You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Bengals and the Panthers, just ahead on...
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Here we go. Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, and obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Throwing, Young.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Down.
First down, Panthers.
Check, pick, cut, go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Ready, go.
To throw, Young. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. A 1st down throw for Young. That's complete right around the 8. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Quick, yellow.
Sanders is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sanders again.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here. And CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Here we go. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 22-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's brought down after a very nice game. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. After 7-0. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 12.
Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm one, ready?
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is caught. He's going for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young.
Open man right side is Tony.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Check. Check white. Check pink.
Again, it's Young. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
So from the 37, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now Young.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Young on 3rd down. is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback when those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
1-1, ready?
Here's Burrow.
This one caught downfield by Higgins. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Routed his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Yellow, line, opposite, green, switch, yellow, blue, check.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Check pink, black swap, Smith red.
Looking to throw, Young. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
It was Myles Murphy who fired in and got him to the ground.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Young. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here's Jackson. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Burrow.
That is caught.
He's going to have the first down and more than that. He is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in first and goal.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Burrow will throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a first down throw for Young. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Second down, Young. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Second down and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Now it's Burrow. Going to throw right side here, complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action with Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Touchdown. T. Higgins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Ready?
Young on first down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Young. That's complete to Tony. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Third down, Young from the gun. Throw out wide is incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down as the Cincy defense stands up on third. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Hey, Can.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has...
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And the tackle... There at the 25-yard line. T. Higgins out on offense with the rest of his teammates for this next drive.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by John Johnson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Set.
Following the interception, Young. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick here is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
Here we go. 3 touchdowns so far.
2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Oh, Walker showing the power. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Here we go. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
55 yards.
and the Bengals are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Here's Young from the shotgun.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Check pink. Black.
Young to throw it.
He completes this one to Mingo.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Ready.
To the air once more, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
Kadarius Toney.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengals offense returns to the field. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Burrow on play action. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Bryce Young and the Panthers offense set to go back to work.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers. But running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Just a 30-yard punt that time.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here we go.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
A give for Stevenson, running right.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it.
Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Ready.
Now here's Young. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Young. Wide open receiver, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Young. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Get set.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
10 yards there on a Bengal first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal.
From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Down. Quick.
On 1st and 10, Young.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Red, Cypress.
On 2nd down, Young. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Blue, check. Check white. Check pink.
It's Young on 1st down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down.
Myles Murphy
able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Here we go.
Here now, a 3rd and 20.
Go blue. Black swap. Smith red. Yellow. Line.
Young to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed,
Red, yellow.
unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now Young.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
73 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 45-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A game